mass shooting that occurred this morning in North Lincoln, at 56th Harbor Road. I'm joined today by Lancaster County Sheriff Terry Wagner, and Lincoln Police Brian Jackson. The incident involved both the Nebraska State Patrol and the Lincoln Police Department. Both agencies have requested the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office to investigate this incident. For the purposes of today's media conference, Sheriff Wagner will provide preliminary details on today's events, and Chief Jackson and I will each provide information as it pertains to the Lincoln Police Department and the Nebraska State Patrol. Sheriff Terry Wagner.
Thank you, Colonel. At approximately 8:39 hours this morning, a man reported that he was robbed in the parking lot of a Northwest Lincoln hotel by a white male armed with a pistol and accompanied by a white female driving a white Chevrolet Trailblazer. While the Lincoln police officer was taking the report, the victim was alerted his credit card was attempted to be used at a North Lincoln business. Shortly thereafter, the victim was again alerted to his credit card use at a gas station in Northeast Lincoln. The Nebraska State Trooper spotted the vehicle westbound on Superior Street near the 5500 block. As the trooper attempted to stop the vehicle, it fled westbound on Superior Street. During the pursuit, the male suspect began shooting from the moving vehicle at the trooper. The trooper attempted to stop the Trailblazer with an intervention technique. The Trailblazer came to rest across the southbound traffic lanes underneath the I-80 bridge on North 56th Street or US Highway 77. By this time, the original trooper was assisted by another trooper and a Lincoln police officer. During an exchange of gunfire, the male suspect was shot. The female suspect also produced a gun and disobeyed officers' commands. The female suspect was also shot. Officers attempted life-saving measures and summoned medical personnel to the scene. Both suspects were transported to a local area hospital by Lincoln Fire and Rescue. The male suspect is in intensive care unit in life-threatening condition. The female suspect was transported to the same hospital where she underwent emergency surgery but ultimately succumbed to her injuries. Both suspects have been identified and are from Wyoming. One of the troopers was injured during the crash that occurred during the pursuit and was also transported to the hospital. He is in good condition and has been released. The initial investigation indicates that the vehicle driven by the suspects was stolen out of Wyoming and that firearms were recovered at the scene. In accordance with law enforcement best practices and our interlocal agreements, Acting Chief of Police Brian Jackson and Colonel John Bolduc asked for the assistance of the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office in conducting the investigation into the pursuit and the shooting. Our joint force investigation team and our combined crime scene investigators are conducting the investigation. We are working to, an autopsy is scheduled for the female suspect. Names of the suspects are being withheld pending notification of next of kin.
Good afternoon. I'm Acting Chief Jackson of the Lincoln Police Department. Right now, our agency is assisting the investigation conducted by the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office in two ways. First, we're investigating the initial robbery and the associated crimes to that event, and that preceded the vehicle pursuit and the officer-involved shooting. Second, we're working to help positively confirm the identities of the two suspects. LPD investigators are also canvassing the area near the robbery scene, interviewing potential witnesses, and searching for any digital or forensic evidence that could be found. As Sheriff Wagner mentioned, an LPD officer was involved in this incident. Per LPD policies and standard procedures, that officer has been placed on paid administrative leave. As also per policy, we have initiated an internal investigation. The area near North 56th and Arbor Road is still closed as investigators process the crime scene, and we ask that Lincoln residents avoid this area. Any loss of life is tragic, but we are very blessed that no citizens or law enforcement officers were seriously injured in this incident. We encourage any individuals with any information about this incident to call the Lincoln Police Department at 402-441-6000 or make an anonymous report at Lincoln Crime Stoppers at 402-475-3600. This is a complex, detailed investigation, and we will update the public as more information becomes available. Thank you.
The Nebraska State Patrol has a policy in place for any officer-involved shooting, and the process for that policy is already underway. Before providing that information, I'd like to give an update on our trooper who was injured in today's incident. Our trooper suffered non-life-threatening injuries during the pursuit when his vehicle and a suspect vehicle collided during this pursuit. The trooper was able to stay engaged in the incident throughout and was transported to the hospital for treatment following this incident. He has since been released from the hospital and is recovering, and for this we are very thankful. In accordance with NSP policy, both troopers involved in this incident have been placed on administrative leave. NSP is also conducting an internal investigation into this incident.
You clear? Hey, Bo. Clear? Okay. 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 1 second. Okay.
Okay, we will now open this up to question and answer. Just respectfully pay attention to what other people are doing over Zoom so that we're not talking over one another, or type in a question. I'll be happy to ask that for you. You have
Okay. I believe we do.
Hi, this is Libby Celine with the Lincoln Journal-Star. Just to clarify, which police department shot the suspects?
Well, just to be clear, that's what part of the investigation will tell us. We're not exactly sure at this point which officers from which agencies shot the suspects. We do know that officers from both agencies fired, but we don't know who shot whom. So that's part of the investigation that will hopefully determine in the coming days.
Thank you.
This is Jared Austin with 1011. I believe you guys had said that the plates were registered to a group in Wyoming. Do we by chance know why they were here in Nebraska if they're from Wyoming?
Jared, just to be clear, the vehicle was stolen in Wyoming. And we do not know why they were in Lincoln. So that's part of the investigation that we will work to find out in the coming days.
Chief, next questions for you from Dave Schroeder. Was the robbery victim injured in the initial incident?
We have no other injuries to any other citizens in Lincoln related to any aspects of this crime. The robbery victim was not injured in that event.
This is Jared Austin again. Were there multiple pit maneuvers tried by officers today, or was it just one pit maneuver tried today?
Jared, I'm not exactly sure, to be honest with you. We haven't conducted interviews with the officers involved. So, we'll be reviewing in-car video, we'll be interviewing the officers involved, and we'll be reviewing the radio recordings. So I don't actually have an answer to your question right now.
Well, this is Brent with Channel 8 News. I just want to make sure I heard it clearly. The male suspect fired first during the pursuit, and then the female suspect also picked up a gun. Did she fire shots?
I believe you heard correctly. The male suspect was shooting from the moving vehicle during the pursuit. I don't know at this point if the female suspect fired. She had a gun. I don't know if she fired.
Did any of the shots hit any of the pursuing law enforcement vehicles?
I don't know the answer to that question either. Our crime scene technicians are still at the scene processing it, and I just don't have an answer to your question, Brent.
Hi, this is Emily Tenser with KETV. Oh, sorry for the echo. I was wondering, you said firearms were recovered from the scene. Do we know how many?
Well, I'm going to delay answering that question until we have gotten further into the crime scene investigation and get it all processed to be able to tell you exactly how many guns and what they are.
This is Brent. Do you know if they were registered to the suspects or if they were stolen, the guns?
I don't have the answer to that question either.
Emily Tenser with KETV again. Was wondering how long the area will be closed.
Well, that's difficult to say as well. There's quite a bit of work to do at the scene. I don't have an answer to your question. We'll get that information out to the public as soon as we're able to open up that roadway.
One more question from Dave Schroeder. Were there other citizens near the last or final scene?
I don't know the answer to that question either.
Sheriff Brent with, sorry.
You're fine, Brent. About one or two more questions here.
You mentioned the male suspect is in the ICU, life-threatening condition. Can you describe what sort of injuries he suffered or where he was shot, or how many times?
I don't know the answer to all of those questions. I know he suffered gunshot wounds, and that's why he's in the ICU.
So we can, safe to say, multiple gunshot wounds, though?
I would say gunshot wounds, plural.
Thanks.
All right, one more question, if we have one, and otherwise we'll wrap this up.
I have one more question for Jared Austin with 1011. Do we by chance know why these suspects fled? Did they have outstanding warrants at the time?
Jared, we don't know why they fled, except for if they were a stolen vehicle, that might have been a motivation, but we don't know what else may have motivated them.
Okay, thank you guys so much for joining us today. I will be releasing a copy of the video as well here in an email with a Dropbox link so that you have that in case you weren't able to pull off the LNK TV feeds. And the Sheriff's Office will be sending out a media release with details as well. Thank you all. And if you have further questions, we will be doing an update on Monday, the same media time. Sure. Yep. At our normal media briefing time. Thank you.